Hey, everybody. Welcome to The Experience, live with Russ and Scott.
Welcome to The Experience, live with Russ and Scott.
Special thank you to our sponsors, the Gillette Home team of Keller Williams for all your realty needs, Boson Hub for all your digital media needs, and Smart Social Mastery and Kami Hoysa. Woo! We're here.
Oh my goodness.
We made it. I didn't get a chance to warn you that I have to do things a little different this morning. The intro, because of our fabulous new sponsor, Kami Hoysa, Smart Social
Yay.
Secrets and her Smart Social Mastery. The video is too long to load into StreamYard, so I have to run it a different way. So here we go. So you and I get to pop in the side and make our entrance slightly different.
And I was like, so I was late coming in this morning because LinkedIn decided to sign me out, and it's got all this two-factor authentication. And so I'm just like, I just need the StreamYard link. So I had to, I used Chrome with StreamYard. So that's where I was logged out from LinkedIn, and it's going, oh yeah, no problem. We're going to do this, and you have this, and this. Oh my gosh. So I had to open up Firefox, grab the link, put it over here, hop in, and I'm just like trying to clear these things out. So anyway, good morning, Russ. Good to see you.
Good morning. Good to see you too. I'm always excited. This is what's fun. It's live, whatever. We're having a good time. Everything's working fine. We're just making little tweaks as we go. And you know what? Life is good. Life is good. Any day, Scott, that I can spend the morning chatting with my friend D. Scott Smith, I'm a happy man.
It's exciting. I'm excited.
Yeah.
There's always things going on, and that's what life is all about.
Yeah. And it was a great start with the Experience Backstage. For those of you who don't watch the Experience Backstage on Instagram, we are getting ready. Sometimes we're getting coffee. Sometimes we're rolling. Who knows where we're going to be getting ready to come on the Experience at 7, but at 6:30 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, we're on the Experience Backstage on Instagram with our good friend Shri Mahabar, who's an amazing video coach. And she was talking about her program today. We're so thankful for her. We're so thankful for Dr. Nupi Aurora, who's our sponsor of the Experience Backstage. And so, it is just a fabulous time getting rolling in the morning before we come on here.
Yep. And hey, I'm going to put a plug in because Dorothy Graham and Tim Sohn have a 24-hour fundraising event. It's a live streaming event coming up this weekend, Friday and Saturday. And to be serious for a moment, suicide is a significant issue globally, and especially among veterans. And so there's an organization, the Camaraderie, that is dedicated to providing mental health support. And there is a 24-hour fundraiser coming up this weekend. I'll be actually 7 a.m. Pacific time on Saturday. So you can go to my LinkedIn channel and watch that. But reach out to Dorothy Graham and Tim Sohn to learn more.
Yeah, and I am completely supporting you guys. Tim, Dorothy, reach out to me if there's anything I can do. I can't actually broadcast this weekend, but I'm happy to be part of that. I actually just was speaking to a really good friend yesterday who experienced what we're talking about there, experienced suicide in his family, and so it's a serious issue. And
Mm-hmm.
I completely agree with that. And that's where we come together and support each other. That's
Yeah.
where we lift each other up, build each other up, and it's important to get the information out there. So Scott, thanks for all you're doing with that too.
Yeah, it's great to be a part of that. Dorothy and I had done a live broadcast earlier this summer in support of this, and it's just such a great mission. And we all need to come together, and this is a great cause to do that. So anyway, reach out to Dorothy, reach out to Tim or myself. Love to be able to get more people involved and bring awareness to this issue.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And we need to support each other because we are better together when we lift each
Indeed.
other up and when we help people out and we bring awareness to the things that are important in life. I'm completely in agreement of that.
When
And
you,
I am so thankful
yeah,
for this. I'm just so thankful for all the great people we already have on this morning. I do want to say, don't forget, Scott and I are here every Wednesday at 7 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time on the Experience Live with Russ and Scott. Before this, we were on Instagram Live and the Experience Backstage, but LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube on the Experience Live with Russ and Scott. And also, don't forget you can subscribe to our YouTube page, right? At the experience.video. The
indeed. Yeah.
experience.video.
Subscribe, hit the little bell. You'll want to not miss any episodes. And, as you were mentioning this, you were talking about, we're better together. That just reminds me, and this is a good lead in maybe, that I am because we are.
Hey, wow, that was a really good lead in. Well, with that, I think it's time to get our guests coming in
We have
so we
got
get this
great
party
guests.
started. And, it's interesting because everybody knows I love manufacturing. Hi, David Chrysler. Yes, I love manufacturing. Yes. At one time, some people thought manufacturing was boring. Who thought that? I mean, manufacturing is amazing. So, okay. Anyway, here comes Ingor Van Roy. Woohoo!
Oh my gosh. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
Yes, yes.
Thank you for having me.
You are so welcome. Ingor, you're such a great friend. It's always a pleasure to have you. And, Scott and I know how amazing you are, how much you love video, all the crazy great things you're doing for manufacturing and everybody else in the world. Tell everybody else a little bit more about you.
Wow. Thank you. Yes, I am because we are. Hello, everyone. My name is Ingor Van Roy, and I am recognized as a networking ninja. I help manufacturers and entrepreneurs develop a LinkedIn strategy to stand out and connect with their ideal community. And that's not necessarily to sell, but really to build community heart to heart. And if you want to know more about the I am because we are reference, it is referring to a word that I speak about very often, which is Ubuntu. And I just like to say hello to all our manufacturing people out there. David, I see you. Hello, Kati and Whitney, as well as Gail. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Hello, Tim.
Well, it's amazing because Whitney and I had an awesome conversation yesterday. She and I have been connected for a while, but had actually never chatted. And she's now scheduled to come on one of my live streams. And what a great person she is. And it was such a wonderful time. I mean, I I didn't believe anything she told me about you, Inger. I mean, I'll just let all that go. I didn't. I mean, it's secret between you and I. It's fine. It's fine. But I tell you, this whole group that is part of, I think, USA Manufacturing, right? This manufacturing or USAA Manufacturing. What a great group. And originally, Scott and I were connected to Gail. And then we get connected to you and to David and to Whitney and to everybody that's here.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many people that have been just amazing. And so I appreciate that. And speaking of amazing people, we're just going to bring her in now because Kati has just been ready to go from the beginning. Here she is. Woo!
Hi, everyone.
How you
Happy
doing, Kati?
Wednesday. I'm super. How's everybody today?
Good,
I
good.
love
I love
that
that.
manufacturing hype girl. That is so fabulous. Yeah.
That's me.
Oh, that's so great. That's so great. Well, hey, Kati, give everybody a little snippet on you and what you're up to.
Well, I'm Kati, the manufacturing hype girl. I love to talk about U.S. manufacturing. I'm a huge supporter of U.S. manufacturing, and that's what I talk about every day, all day long. Currently, I'm working on something so awesome, the M&I University, which is an online learning event for anybody in manufacturing to attend. All the classes that are in the university are taught by our friends and industry professionals. Everything will relate to either manufacturing or sales and marketing in general. And I'm so proud of it. I'm so excited to talk about it. That and manufacturing. What else can I say?
Well, I'm telling you that you guys, I love this, the manufacturing hype girl. Same thing I told David. You guys make manufacturing so exciting. I'm excited. We haven't even started talking about it, and I'm already excited. So Inger, how did you originally get involved? Because I don't think your background was in manufacturing originally. I may be wrong, but how did you get involved with the group and helping them out?
Well, it's funny because I come from a construction background, which is also really old school. So very similar to manufacturing. But the way I got involved was through Gail. Gail has a few manufacturing clients. And, I very hesitantly would say, oh, I guess I'm in manufacturing now. But Kati actually made me own it. She showed me that manufacturing is a viable option for me. And I think there were various reasons why I was hesitant about saying that I'm part of manufacturing. But, manufacturing touches all of our lives every single day. And why should we not be part of it?
Hear, hear.
Well, hey,
Yes.
my background is high tech manufacturing. I spent many years at Hewlett Packard. I ran an agricultural company, not quite manufacturing, but then I went I ran a small family-owned manufacturing company that sold to the display industry and was general manager for an upholstered furniture company. So I love manufacturing.
Awesome. I know Russ can't say the same.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I love it. I love it. So, Inger, tell us a little bit more about all that you're doing. You've got some new things on the horizon. Give us a little snapshot.
Well, today is October 5th. It's my brother's birthday. So happy birthday, brother. But it is also the first Wednesday of Manufacturing Month. So right now I'm actually involved with what Kati just mentioned, which is M&I University. And I'm teaching a free course on leveraging LinkedIn. I also have a secret project that I'm working on with some friends. And we will talk about that a little bit later in the year. So hint, hint.
Oh, secret.
Yes, it's a secret project with quite a few of my friends. But yeah, we're collaborating because 2022 for me my word for this year is collaboration, and
Mm.
I'm really getting behind that word and choosing to focus on it. But yes, it is Manufacturing Month. On Friday, I'm also hosting a panel of guests that will be participating and talking about manufacturing and networking. So yeah.
Ah, interesting. So, Katie, do you have any secret projects going on right now?
Russ, I don't know if we have enough time to talk about all the stuff that I have. I'm an idea girl. I've always got ideas going on, and I always sign up for more than I can suit up for, Gail. But yeah, I have some interesting things that I am thinking about and working on. Some I'm doing with Ingor, some I'm doing with local people here in my town. Again, I like to talk about manufacturing and I like to collaborate. So when I'm talking to my friends and my neighbors and the local businesses, whom I also support, I know you do too, Russ. We like to collaborate together and do things together. So yeah, I have some fun things coming up I'd like to share with you when I'm ready.
When I'm ready. There you go. Well, I got to tell you that what I love about this group and this community is the great engagement that everybody has, no matter what area you are in, whether you're in manufacturing or not.
Yeah.
The fact that people come together. I love the whole idea of collaboration. And we've said it before. It's an old phrase, but collaboration over competition. Instead of people coming together and really trying to tear each other down, everybody's coming together to build each other up and make each other better. And I just love that. That's what I love about the LinkedIn community, right, Scott?
Indeed, it's it takes all the components, right? It's not just manufacturing, it's not just service, it's not just marketing, it's not just live video. We need all of those components to come together. And I love that, Ingor, that your word for the year is collaboration, because as we say, there's no limit to what we can accomplish when we network those supercomputers between our ears.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. I love
So
that.
no more information about the secret, huh, Ingor?
No, but please stay tuned. Russ, actually, I'll tell you something about the secret. I emailed you about it, and I'm not sure you got my message.
Okay, there you go. Well, I'm gonna look
Uh-oh.
right now, but I won't tell anybody. Shh. I am sworn to secrecy. Sworn to secrecy. Well, good. Well, Katie, I want, besides being just the manufacturing hype girl, you are such an amazing person. Every time we talk, I am just completely encouraged and inspired by you because of your positive attitude. And I love the fact that we met a lot of it because you just jump in and start commenting on things and doing things. I love that. That's like right now going on in the comments, everybody networking and engaging. Give us a little bit more information about what you do with people and for people.
Well, on a professional level, I really dive into connecting buyers and sellers in the industrial world. I work for a company called M&I. We're the country's oldest and largest compiler of industrial manufacturing data. We've been doing it since 1912. We're just the best at it, and we are the go-to for U.S. manufacturing data. We just love to support U.S. manufacturers in any way that we can. So that's kind of what I do. And that's why I sit in the comments. Is that not collaborating also? Is that not another way to support each other? Just adding in, Gail says, if you have knowledge, you have responsibility to share it. And, I just want to just throw stuff in the comments, not to elevate myself, which it does do, just so you know, those of you who are listening and not commenting, it does elevate your business a little bit, but more so it's just working together and gaining the trust of others in the industry. So comments in live sessions, on posts, recordings, share.
That's right. That's right. Well, it is a great way just to jump into things and to really encourage and inspire other people. And I get excited every time we're here with people like you because we have our friend who always encourages us also. Kermit. It's got to come in and make an appearance because you know what? I mean, I love the whole thing about the comments, the whole thing about building community. There's so many people that are missing the boat on real secret to their business, and that is engagement and building community and connecting with other people. You two definitely have this figured out. And, you know, Ingrid, the queen of video, who loves video, who, I tell everybody how much you love video, Ingrid.
I hate video. If I could come on live shows and do this, I would.
You're so funny.
You should dress up as that for Halloween.
I think so.
Hey, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
That is a great idea. Well, I want to, Ingrid, tell us about the shows that you do have. I mean, you have at least one live stream. I lose track.
Well, I actually have a live stream that I had done in collaboration with some friends, but it's on hold at the moment because life happens.
That's true.
But I have a live stream every Friday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And guess what? I have a special one that's happening today on the hour that I'm going to be teaching people through that live stream. And I see some people that are watching now are actually going to be participating as well in my class. So looking forward to that.
That is very exciting. And, speaking of excitement, we had Kermit on. And speaking of video, crazy good people, we have a special guest popping in with the Screaming Goat. Here he is, Mr. Tim Sohn.
Hi, Tim.
Hi, everybody. How are y'all?
Hello. Great to see you, Tim.
Great to see you guys.
Great. Well, especially great now that you're here, Tim, with the Screaming Goat. We just needed, Kermit is not complete without the Screaming Goat.
I know. Imagine if they could be together.
Calling Gertie.
So we would say that Tim is the GOAT, the greatest of all time.
Of all time.
Oh,
There you go. He is the GOAT, and Tim is like I said, he is just out there doing amazing things. And Tim, give another little plug to what you got going on this weekend that Scott was talking about.
Yes, and Scott is involved with this. It's another 24-hour live stream fundraiser that Ingor is involved with as well. They're both volunteering their time. It's a fundraiser for an organization called the Camaraderie Rescue Mission, which is an organization that helps veterans. So it's a fundraiser that goes from 6 p.m. on Eastern time on Friday to 6 p.m. on Saturday. So we have a whole lineup of live streamers who will be having conversations with veterans and others, organizations that have collaborated with Camaraderie Rescue Mission, and they'll be sharing their stories all through the day and the night. So definitely excited. I'll pop the link for more information in the comments. But
Perfect.
Thanks for having me on so spontaneously this morning, Russ.
You bet. And you've got a show coming up here in just a short time, don't you?
Yeah, the Tim and Jim show is coming up at 11 o'clock Eastern time.
There you go. So everybody tune into that. We're excited for that. One more time with the Screaming Goat. Let's see the Screaming Goat. Come on. All right, Tim. Thanks for popping in.
Thanks, guys. Love y'all.
See ya.
Love you too.
Bye.
That's so fabulous.
Yes. Well, I couldn't pass up that opportunity. It's one of my favorite things, just to have people pop in and just have fun. Because, really, that's what this is all about. When we live stream, it is all about enjoying life And that's what the experience is all about, talking about the experience of life and the things that we have going on. And I think this is important what you guys brought up about this weekend and this event, bringing awareness. And since you and Ingrid are both involved, I thought that was so important to really kind of highlight that as well. And then we'll let Katie just hype it, because she likes to hype things. So
well,
there you
I'm
go.
so excited you guys are doing this. I love it because my son is a vet. My dad is a vet. And I have a son who is getting ready to enter into the Marine Corps, my second son in the Marine Corps.
Oh, wow.
So this is important to me. So I'm so glad that they're doing it. I just found out about it today when you talk about it. Another reason why it's so important for us to talk about each other's things, because it's got to reach out to others. So yeah, I think I will definitely be tuning in for that.
Yay.
Well, and I think it's so important for awareness around these topics because a lot of people, at no fault of their own, are not really aware of what's happening to others around them. And just like I talked to a good friend of mine yesterday about a family member who committed suicide, and that it's heartbreaking. It's devastating, especially when you're a close family. This individual, they weren't like neglecting their family. They were a close family and they knew there were issues, but they just didn't realize how deep. And it's a big deal because I tell you, I lost my mom to Alzheimer's, but it was a slow process. And as hard as that is, it's a lot harder to lose somebody suddenly. I think, in my mind, lose somebody suddenly to suicide or things like that. That is just heartbreaking.
Yes.
And in such a sad, it's just so sad because it's preventable. It can be dealt with early on. There's so many ways to get help, but sometimes people are just afraid to ask for help. These events that like what Tim is doing and what Dorothy's doing it's just going to reach out further and just raises awareness. So more power to you guys. I will be there in full support, hyping it up.
Woo-hoo.
Well, Katie, you mentioned this earlier that when you were talking with Gail, it said when you have some skills or talent or some opportunity, that also means responsibility. And so Ingor is streaming, and so she's taken up that responsibility and said, you know what, we'll give back.
We're called to serve. We are all called to serve, whether we want to accept that or not. So in whatever way you can is where you're called to serve. That's why we're all different.
Yeah. No, I completely believe that. I think that when we give and serve and work together, like I said at the beginning, we are definitely better together. And, on a positive note, in talking about this really heavy subject, I just want to say there is so much joy available in life, and there's so much great community that brings joy. And, I have a strong faith that God brings me joy, but whatever in your life you have that anchors you and brings you joy, I say, hang on to community, hang on to people that will lift and elevate you, that will come around you when the times are rough. Because we have all of that. Even though I am the live the life you choose guy, I realize that we have times when things happen to us we don't like. Things happen to us that are not good, right? But where do we go from there? We should be reaching out to others and just holding on to that community. And so I want to encourage you to do that today, no matter what you're going through. And we're just thankful. We're so thankful for you two. I've got to get close to wrapping this up because I have to be the responsible host here. But I want to give you each a chance to say some last words and then how we get in touch with you. So Ingor, you're first.
Oh, of course I am.
Because you're always ready. Come on, Ingor. You got it.
And yet today I'm not. I actually wanted to read you something because it's a post that I put out on Monday. But the quote it's by somebody that we don't know. We don't know who actually said this. But, just to tie back into what we were talking about, with the manufacturing hype girl. So manufacturing is our history, our roots, and our future. I think many people think that there's no space for them in manufacturing or they don't belong in manufacturing. And as a result, manufacturing hasn't really gotten the support that it needs. But it's a huge contributor to the economy of this world. So instead of just taking, we need to give back. If you look anywhere around you, from the toothbrush that you use in the morning to your bottle that you're drinking from, or a screw that's holding your computer together, or like there's so many ways that manufacturing touches our lives. So we need to touch manufacturing too and contribute towards it. Manufacturing needs phones, like Katie tells me all the time. Like, you work in telecom, manufacturing needs phones. They use this kind of service. They use social media managers. Like, there's space for you in manufacturing. Just go out there and look for it.
Right. And people get in touch with you how? After the standing ovation?
You can just reach out to me on LinkedIn. That's the place to be for me. And if you like to, you can just go and reach out to me on my link tree. It's just Ingor Van Rooi. So thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Katie, you are next.
I was going to say everything Ingor said. But I'm so happy, Ingor, that you said all that and that you know all of it. And I can tell you feel it. Yes. I'm spending time this month, manufacturing month, by the way. October is manufacturing month. The first Friday in October is always manufacturing day. This has been going on for a very long time. It's not new. But I want to highlight people this month that may not realize of my connections that may not realize where their place is at this table in the manufacturing industry. So maybe check out my posts on my LinkedIn page to have a few examples. I talked about my friend Kate Irwin with Contract Book. Manufacturers need contracts to sign deals. I talked about my friend Maggie Bloom at Mailshake. Manufacturers have to email people. I mean, this is the opportunities are endless in manufacturing. You just have to find your place. And if you need help finding out where you fit in the manufacturing industry, maybe just contact me. Maybe. I'll tell you.
Yeah, and I will say it's because of you that I know this now. A few months ago, I didn't, right? So it's important. Anyway, where can we find you, Katie? I interrupted you.
You can find me on LinkedIn. You can get in touch with me with M&I. My email, I'm sure we'll put it somewhere in there. I think I already saw it. I also have Instagram where I do some fun reels. I'm not real good at it. I don't know. Sheree convinced me to just do it. So I've just been doing it. So you can check me out there. I'm Manufacturing Hype Girl there, but otherwise, that's about it. You find me on LinkedIn, email me, whatever.
Woohoo.
Call my name.
Call your name. Katie. Okay, good. Well, listen, I'm so thankful to have you both as friends. This is actually part 2 of our experience. We've done one of these with the two of you before. We might have to do a part 3. I mean, we're talking, this was such great information. So
Russ, I got to tell you before you leave, I got to tell you that without LinkedIn, I would not have met Ingor, who is now my very best friend. I talk to her every single day about anything I need to talk about. And without LinkedIn, I would not have her.
Well, that is very true of a lot of people, for all of us, I think. You know, I was just telling, and this is what I want to encourage people to continue. You know, I always joke with people, and you both have heard this from me. I'm a lifetime connector, so you're stuck with me as your friend. You know, I'm not like a one and done, woohoo, we're friends for a day and then we're not. And because I am a lifetime connector, and because I really work at staying in touch with people, Scott and I both have had several people roll through Oregon recently and been able to connect with them, you know. And so Emily Harmon's been here, Cami Hoyza, Bruce, the guy in the blue shirt, David Alto, just to name a few. And then Scott was just down in Phoenix, like he said at the beginning, seeing Russ Johns, Matt, and Holly
Jackson.
And,
yeah.
Russ, so I mean, it's just what amazing community, right, Scott?
You know, that's what it's all about. Again, you know, we mentioned this in the experience backstage on Instagram with Shri earlier today that all this video stuff, all this connection, LinkedIn is great. It will grow your business. But better than that, you will, just like Kati and Ingor, develop great friendships. And that is more important than any of the other stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, it will enrich your life. And who does not want to have a more joy-filled, enriched, inspired life, right? Everybody yearns for that, no matter what they say. Who wants to have a crummy life, right? There's nobody that's going to raise their hand. I'll take the crummy life. All the garbage that comes, just send it my way. I'll take it. No, people don't want that. And the way you build a good life is through community. And with that note, I'm going to have to say goodbye to the two of you, but hang tight in the green room because we want to chat before you go.
Thank you for having us.
So cool to see you guys,
Bye.
Kati, Ingor.
See ya. Bye. Woohoo.
Such a great
Yes.
morning.
Yeah. No, I'm I feel like a broken record, Scott, but I am always completely amazed at the friends that we have, at the just what amazing guests come on that are our friends. And Scott, really, honestly, I say this and people are like, yeah, yada, yada, yada. You are such a great friend. And I really enjoy this more than you know, because not only does it help me inside, it helps me outside. You're encouraging to me. It inspires me to do more with my life. And so thank you.
Well, I'm honored. And I love the fact that we're only a few miles apart. And so, we get to do this live. We get to see great people like Ingor and Kati and Tim Sohn and the glitter practitioner and Cami Hoysa. And we want to talk about Camis and Whitney. Whoop, there we go.
Somebody's talking to you.
My phone's going off. But we get to see each other live in 3D, as my wife says, and hang out together on occasion. And what a beautiful thing that is. Russ, you're such a great friend. Yes. Hey, but talk about Cami's event coming up, because this is something that's pretty important.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited about what she has going on, and we have actually ads that are running that with the information. It's Get Instant Authority. It's a free workshop. You can go to getinstantauthority.com. All of this information will magically appear in the comments, and I'm sure that it's already magically appeared in the show notes. Cami is the owner of Zoetica Media and also does Smart Social Secrets. And this whole thing is called Smart Social Mastery Instant Authority. And so I'm telling you, check into that. It's just an amazing thing that's coming up next week, October 11th and 13th. I'm looking at the time. It is 11 to 1 p.m. Central.
Perfect. That Instant Authority is great for people in manufacturing too.
Yes. Yes. So manufacturers that we love you. Don't forget, October 11th and 13th at 11 to 1 p.m. Central Time is when that is. And you can go on. We have all the links that you can go on and do that. But we just really want to thank Cami for supporting us. And this is Get Instant Authority. There it is on the screen right now. I want to tell you that, believe it or not, it actually takes resources to do our show. It takes resources to put all this together and to be able to promote. We do a lot of promotion. I want to tell everybody, if you want to be part of our community, Scott and I can really help you. We can teach you how to promote. We can teach you how to monetize what you're doing, because we all need to have a business and move on with life. It's important. It is. But we want to bless people while we're doing it. So anyway, don't forget, what a blessing Cami is to go to getinstantauthority.com. The link is on the screen. And I think with that, I don't have anything else other than exciting things coming up this week. Yeah. So Scott, any last words?
Hey, I just want to say again, thank you to Tim and Dorothy for putting together this 24-hour live streaming event in supporting the Camaraderie organization and supporting our veterans.
Yes, I'm with you. I'll be there supporting, definitely in the comments. And I want to remind everybody, all the live streaming Scott and I do, I'm not going to go through it all. Don't forget Christine's A. Smith show's coming up at 9 this morning. And don't forget my special episode of Russ Reels Live, 7 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time this Friday with my good friend Kevin Ferguson, Willamette Valley Christian Supply. Even if, let me tell you, I don't care if you don't live in Albany, Oregon, or you don't live in Oregon. He's got so much stuff, he'll send it to you. You can buy it, he'll mail it to you. I'm telling you, he did it to me all through COVID. I continued to shop at his store, and he just mailed it out to me. So look at that.
Great
Before
stuff.
we go, Dorothy made it. Woohoo! All right, Dorothy.
Thank you, Dorothy. Thank you.
All right, everybody. Well, listen, we love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Until we see you again, enjoy your life and enjoy
the experience.
Thanks for tuning in to The Experience Live with Russ and Scott. If you enjoyed today's show, please share it with others, post about it on social media, or subscribe on YouTube. See you next time.